Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. Just crazy, seriously. This market is absolutely, it's headline driven, tweet driven, we know about that. And as I am doing this video blog, stocks are higher across the board, not by much, but higher nonetheless, on two things. Number one, unless you live under a rock, you got to witness what happened to the tech sector yesterday. Pretty much got slammed. And why? Because of all this tough trade talk with Huawei, and obviously that had a big impact on our tech sector. Now we're hearing that, well, you know, we're going to cut Huawei some slack. Market likes to hear that. Hence, we got this little rally here on Wall Street. There's also talk that China-U.S. trade talks, well, guess what? They might be back on. You can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you, it's incredible. But that's what's driving this market. It's totally asinine, makes no sense. And, you know, that should say something. When a market, it's grasping at straws. I don't know another way to put it. The market really was pricing in a deal like I covered yesterday and I've been talking about. With no deal here, this market is going to burn off at one point if it's allowed to do that. But we already know what's going on. Again, look, it's very hard to make sense of what's going on in a market that is headline driven, tweet driven, whatever. And at the same time, being completely rigged by Wall Street banks and the Federal Reserve. You can't make this stuff up if you tried. I'm dead serious. Anyway, 10-year yield today, if you notice, it's kind of coming up a little bit. Well, what does that mean? Someone out there is selling some bonds. Not an overwhelming amount, but enough. If they sell bonds, rates go up. Maybe this is China now. I don't know. I'm not saying that's who it is, but something is up here. So let's keep an eye on this. Listen for the headlines. That's all that's driving this market. Retail is getting cremated right now. And that should say something too. I mean, people, we can't make it up, although there are some in lofty offices here in the United States that are trying to paint a completely different picture as to what we actually have. But again, that's the way it is. We have a very... well, we're in a very interesting environment. We've never been here before, and it's just going to get more ugly, in my opinion, as we move forward. So again, in summary, headlines are driving this market. A possible reprieve with Huawei, just to lift up our tech sector. You can see how it works. If the president wasn't so fixated on the stock market, he wouldn't care. But he has to maintain that stock market is just doing so good so he can, talk up the economy, which is failing. That's the truth. So this is what we can expect. I will see you at the end of the day.